Are you feeling buried under an endless to-do list? I'll show you how you can turn that overwhelm into a structured path to achieving your goals in just 7 very actionable steps. I see so many entrepreneurs struggling to achieve their business goals because they're overwhelmed and their to-do lists are never ending. But here's the thing, that feeling of overwhelm is actually a good thing. That feeling is giving you a signal that you're outside of your comfort zone, and that's exactly where you want to be when you're driven to achieve big goals. Now you just need to manage those feelings and transform that overwhelming chaos into a clear actionable roadmap that will give you success. So in this video, I'll show you 7 simple steps to achieve exactly that. Now, these 7 proven steps will move you from feeling overwhelmed to experiencing clear, structured progress. And the best part is, you can implement all of these steps in the next 24 hours. So, step number 1, and this is nearly always my step number 1, is break it down and create a backlog. No doubt you've got big goals, and it can be very intimidating if you try and tackle them all at once. So the secret is to deconstruct your big vision into smaller, manageable chunks. Now think about launching a new product. Now, rather than seeing it as one massive project, break it into stages: market research, prototyping, testing, and then the launch. Each of these stages become a mini goal that's easier to manage and celebrate once it's completed. This kind of chunking method not only makes the whole process less daunting, but also builds momentum with each small step. So it turns that overwhelming mountain into a series of manageable hills. And step number 2 is prioritize ruthlessly. See, when you're juggling countless tasks, not everything holds equal weight. So it's crucial to sift through your list and identify the actions that truly drive progress. Use the Pareto principle. Recognize that 20% of your efforts produce 80% of your results. So focus on what matters most. And that might mean setting aside some exciting yet peripheral projects in favor of impact activities that align with your core objectives. By honing in on this, you protect your energy and ensure that every move counts. Now, by the way, overwhelm and stress that goes with it are often symptoms of deeper, more foundational issues, especially if you're building a business and you're stuck, or maybe you're not where you want to be. And believe me, I've been there many times, so I understand, and I think I can help. We created an assessment based on proven state-of-the-art strategies that help business owners figure out how to move forward and get unstuck. We call it the Prepare to Succeed assessment, and it's free for you. This assessment will help you to identify your key strengths and gaps in 6 foundational areas that are often the root causes of overwhelm and stress. As well as a diagnosis, you'll also get a personalized action steps and suggested next moves. So if that sounds interesting, click on the link below this video, grab the assessment, and spend 5 minutes getting actionable insights that will move you and your business forward without the overwhelm and stress. And number 3 is to embrace agility. Flexibility is absolutely key in today's world. An agile mindset means that you're not locked into any rigid plans. You're open to adapting as circumstances change, like a sailor adjusting the sails with every shift in the wind. So whether it's a market change or unexpected opportunity, when you embrace agility, it'll allow you to pivot smoothly without losing sight of your overall vision. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's just about progressing, learning, and evolving with each step you take. Time block your day, number 4. Imagine your day as a series of focused work sessions rather than a chaotic scramble. Time blocking means assigning specific chunks of time to dedicated tasks. So when you schedule your day like this, you create a structured environment that minimizes distractions. So, for instance, you might reserve your morning hours for high priority tasks when your energy is at its highest, and save admin tasks for later in the day. This kind of intentional planning not only boosts productivity, but also creates mental space, helping you to manage and diminish that overwhelming feeling. And number 5 is to create feedback loops. Feedback is really important. It's like your personal progress report. Tells you what's working and tells you what needs adjusting. So establish some kind of regular check-ins with yourself and your accountability partner or your coach. Help to evaluate your progress. So whether you set aside time at the end of the day or you have a weekly review session, just ask yourself, what moved the needle today and what can be improved tomorrow? That kind of consistent reflection creates a loop of continuous improvement and empowers you to make adjustments and stay aligned with your goals. Lots of research in agile methodologies confirms that such iterative feedback not only refines your strategy, but also accelerates your learning curve. And number 6 is to completely reframe overwhelm. Think about it differently. So instead of letting the weight of too much do your thinking, consider overwhelm as a valuable signal. It's a nudge telling you that you're stretching beyond your comfort zone. And that's where growth happens. When you feel swamped, take a step back, reassess. Are all these tasks truly necessary, or some of them simply noise and busy work? When you reframe overwhelm as an opportunity to fine tune your priorities and strategies, you transform anxiety into a catalyst for change. It's about shifting your perspective from I can't handle this to what really makes progress on my goals. You can handle it. And lastly, but not least, and this is everyone's favorite, is celebrate every win, big and small, big and small. Right? Celebrating wins, not just about boosting morale, it really reinforces progress and it builds momentum. And maintaining momentum is what's key to achieving your goals. So whenever you complete a task or you master a new skill or you just stick to your planned schedule, take a moment to acknowledge it, reward yourself, and share your successes with a supportive community or an accountability partner. And you'll be surprised how quickly your feelings of overwhelm are replaced by feeling of in control and excited about your progress. So let me recap, right? We've unraveled how to turn overwhelm into opportunity. Right? Step number 1, break big goals into manageable chunks. Number 2, focus intensely on the high impact tasks. Number 3, keep your strategy fluid and adaptable. Number 4, use time blocking, carve out focus work sessions. Number 5, regular feedback to help you to fine tune your approach. Number 6, reframe overwhelm as a sign of growth rather than a setback. And number 7, celebrate every small victory as a building block in your success. Now, I want to answer some of your commonly asked questions, and there are a lot on this topic. But before I do, I wanted to encourage you to take that Prepare to Succeed assessment that I mentioned earlier. If you've watched this far, then you'll have some great action steps that you can take immediately, but they're often deeper foundational issues causing overwhelm and stress. And so this assessment will give you a clear view of where you're strong and where you're vulnerable. Yeah? And it uses a simple traffic light scoring system. Fixing your foundation can make a huge difference to your long-term success and your sanity. So, and by the way, you can do it in 5 minutes. So you'll find a link below the video, take 5 minutes and do it now. I honestly think it'll be one of the most impactful things that you can do today. Okay, let's dive into your questions. Question number 1 is number 1 for a reason. It gets asked all the time. Why do I always feel overwhelmed even when I'm getting things done? And the answer is because overwhelm isn't just about ticking off tasks. It's really about uncertainty and lack of clarity. When your brain doesn't see a clear path or know what truly matters, even the productive days can feel chaotic. That's why step number 1 is always breaking things down and getting focused. So, second question, how do I know if I'm doing too much versus not prioritizing properly? And a way to answer that is to ask yourself this question. What's actually moving the needle? Right? If you're busy all day, but you're not making progress on meaningful goals, it's a prioritization problem. So use the 80-20 tool and backlog and create, and that will help you to refocus fast. Right? Question 3, what's the best way to start when everything feels urgent? So again, you come back to prioritization, ruthless prioritization. Write everything down, categorize it by urgency and impact. And often, there's only a few tasks that actually drive results, and the rest can wait, or be delegated, or drop them completely. Overwhelm shrinks the minute you simplify. The question number 4 is overwhelm a mindset issue, or are there deeper causes? It's often both. Overwhelm's a signal that there are foundational gaps, maybe in clarity or confidence or systems or accountability. And that's exactly why that Prepare to Succeed assessment is designed to reveal, so you can fix these root causes. Question 5 comes up, I've tried time blocking before, but I always fall off. How do I make it stick? And my advice is to start small. Time block just 1 or 2 high focus blocks per day, ideally when your energy is at its highest, right? And protect those blocks like appointments. And over time, this builds a habit, and it builds mental structure, and it frees you to think clearly. Another question that often comes up, and I've forgotten what number we're on, but what if my plan changes constantly? How do I stay on track? And that's where having an agile mindset comes in. Your vision stays fixed, but your approach can adapt. Regular feedback loops and short review sessions daily will help you to adjust quickly without feeling like you're constantly having to start over. The next question is, I feel guilty celebrating small wins. Isn't that self-indulgent? I don't know who asked that, but of course it's not, right? Celebrating small wins reinforces progress in your brain, and it builds motivation. It's a proven technique in psychology and habit formation. Small celebrations create momentum, and momentum beats motivation every time, right? So last couple of questions. How often should I review my progress? And I advise you to do it every day. Daily micro check-ins, right? You don't need long sessions, just 5 minutes to reflect on what worked, what didn't, and what to change. It's a simple habit that keeps you aligned and it keeps you grounded. So my last question is, how do I reframe overwhelm when I feel completely stuck? So here I would start by asking, what is this feeling trying to tell you, right? Usually it's either a lack of clarity or trying to do too much, right? So use that as a signal to pause and simplify and realign with your top priorities. It's a growth signal, it's not failure. And one more question, right? How can the Prepare to Succeed assessment help me with overwhelm? And what it does is it helps you to identify why you're overwhelmed. What foundational areas might be causing stress or lack of progress. It's quick and it's free, and it'll give you a personalized breakdown with targeted next steps. And it'll give you more clarity in 5 minutes than maybe you've had in the last month. Look, I'm excited for you, and I hope you found this helpful. And if you have found it helpful, then I'm honored to have been of help. Please share it with someone you know and love, who's stressed and feeling overwhelmed. Make sure to join me in the next video. We're going to dive deeper into the power of clarity and how to build laser-focused goals that you can actually achieve. See you in the next video.